seen the other side of the way. I don't think it'd be too bad up there.
See that big old log right there?
That's 28 or 30, something like it. Okay, I thought they looked up.
That one pine log right there just weighed 8,500 pounds. Alright, my loader, my transfer pump, it doesn't have an electric fuel pump on it. It's got a manual pump on it that bolts to the side of the 6.8 liter engine. And it has sprung a leak out the weep hole. So I'm gonna have to change it right quick. Grab my knee pads because that metal up there is that tread plated type metal and it's rough on your knees. So I keep these gel filled knee pads just for stuff like this in my truck all the time. But I'm gonna jump up there and change it. All right, so here we go, folks. We're gonna take this. Gotta take both these lines off right there, and then the pump. It's got 2 bolts to hold it on. It goes in there, and I've got a clamp here to clamp that line in case the fuel runs out. So I'm gonna let y'all watch as I go along. You know, you can see. I'm gonna try to set this camera here. I may not be able to. We'll just do this. So I'm trying to beat the rain here. I got the lines off. Got the fittings out. And it's just 2 bolts right there, 2 13mm bolts, and then it just comes right out. Right there is what it does. So I'm just gonna pull them out real quick. So there's the old one right there. New one I'm fixing sticking in the hole. It runs off a lobe in there that makes it pump. You can see the hole right there where it goes. Engine oil coming out right there. I'll stick it in right quick. It's always lovely to do this when these things are hotter than the heads of heck. That bolt right there, good gracious alive, that bolt is hot. So that's why I wear the knee pads, man. See those gripper things right there? It just makes life a lot more comfortable to, holy smokes, that bolt's hot. Gee. I got gloves over here, man, but it's a little bit difficult to do the camera. There it goes, it started. All right, I'm running down to impact now. I got my Milwaukee impact. Screw these fins in. If y'all will go back 2 years ago, this summer, it's been 2 years ago, I did the exact same thing on this thing, got a video on it. I actually stuck a GoPro right there where you can watch. That's the problem with all these machines and these manufacturers anymore. That's a shame for that thing right there, that pump. I'm not sure what it costs, but for that thing not to even last two years. And it's frustrating. Here's the thing, it's frustrating because I'm down, and I had to change this thing while it's hot. And that things are not built for what they cost. They're not built no better than they are, and that's a shame. And it shouldn't be like that. I mean, something like this right here should last longer than 2 years. The snow gets down and put the lines on it. Holy smokes, that thing is hot. Jeez. I have to put my gloves on to do that. Let's see. luckily I didn't have to put the clamp on the hose there. All right, see my heater hose right there? That thing busted on me the other day. And what I did, I got a jail come in here and put a new section of hose. That's the second time it's done busted. So what I did to be able to keep running it, I got the valve shut off right there and the other valve over there shut off. So the heater's completely out of the circuit right now, which I don't need a heater right now, no how. But let's see here. 7/8. And so I got that out and got to fix that. And of course that thing, when it busted, it was 110 degrees outside too. All right, I got to put this camera down, run hold of it, fitting and tighten those down. Hang on. All right, she's on. Now I'm gonna prime it just a little bit because it's gonna have some air in it. And I'm gonna jump up there and crank it then. All right, I got that done. I'll climb up here. Time to publish a video. So when I crank it, I'm gonna crank it wide open. It's already been running, so it ain't gonna hurt nothing. I'm gonna crank her. Hopefully, it'll pick on up and run, but doubtful that it will. It'll probably run and then go dead right quick. Here we go. Come on, baby. That surprised me. I figured it went dead. So that's good. That's good. Alright, got that done. Starting to rain again, so it's just in time before the rain. So here's what we got going on. Kevin's right over here out of frame on the left, see him right there processing. We've just got a saddle top. This basically the width of this road right here that we're sitting in. I'm gonna be sitting over there loading. I'm over here right now moving some of this pine pole. See, I got big logs. I've been shoveling them up that way because then I'll track up there in front of them to load them up on the trailer. So what I'm doing right now is I'm throwing this pine pole wood across the road over here and getting it out of Kevin's way right here where he'll have some more room. Because we're gonna have to try to bring the trucks down here and turn them around right here if we can. Some of these spots like this are just they're difficult to work in. That's what we're doing right now. It's after I changed my fuel pump on my loader here too. Now I'm back in the place where I'm mainly going to be loading. So I'm taking the bigger log trees that one mill can't take. They got to be 20 inches on the butt or smaller to go into it. So I'm taking the ones that are bigger, like this one right here, grabbing it. It's hard to do one hand, and just bringing it over here like this and setting it in this pile over here. And then I'll track right over there and just set them right up on the trailer. That's what I'll do. So I'm kind of going ahead and pre-separating this out right here. Just kind of give you an idea. A while ago I was sitting over there staking that pine pulpwood over there and throwing it over here across the road. So that's one of the cool things. I got a truck up there now. Up there waiting to come in. We got to work this road. We didn't work this road because it kept acting like it's going to, well, it was raining. If we'd have worked that road, it would have done rain all morning on it. So we just waited. And this is one of the beauties of having a track loader, is being able to move wood around like this right here and just do whatever you need to do and then move anywhere I need to move to load. Kevin's about to jump on the bulldozer right there. And he's gonna, there's a few water bars up that road up there going up that hill to where Scott is up there in the truck. Kevin's gonna grade that road right quick, probably make about 2 passes on where that truck can get down in here and I can load him and he can get back out.
past me and pull up and back the trailer kind of over in that open field. That little
smooth as silk, man. That's the way I like to see it go right there.
some good things to learn there. It's all part of us logging.
So there's the last load for the day. That's Dad binding that one down. Load of pine pulpwood tops. We're gonna head to the house here and feed the psychos. And I'm not sure what else I want to do. I'm gonna get this video ready to go, and I'll show you all the dogs here in a minute too when I get there. Well, these old roads over here are rough. Ain't doing but 20 miles an hour. Those jobs like that right there, where you're having to cut behind somebody and all you got is the worst stuff to cut. They're tough. You can't move fast on them. It's better if you can cut everything on a job as you go, so that way you can mix the good and the bad and the ugly all together. So if you're struggling one day, you can move a little bit and get in a better place, and you can kind of pick up the pace and then kind of blend it in. Boy, when you show up on something and all you got is ugly left, it makes for a long day. The one good thing about this is we're cutting along an SMZ down there that they had never cut, and with the track machines you can run in those wet areas real good, and the swamp guys that log know that. And so we're cutting some trees, some virgin timber. When I say virgin timber, it's some stuff that's never been cut, and that's what that one log was that you saw, that big pine that I loaded on that truck in the first part of the video. It weighed 8,500 pounds. Now that's not a planted tree that's 22 years old. That's a tree that's probably 40, 50 years old, like that, slow growing, real tight grain. So that's a good thing about it, because some of the spots, the wood we're cutting, it only takes, whereas we normally would take like a load of regular logs, it may take 35 to 40 trees to make a load. Well, it's taking like 20, 21. So it is a game changer on a logging job by the wood that you handle. You can take somebody that runs 100 plus loads a week, and you can put them on some of the stuff that's really mixed, hardwood mixed, a lot of poplar, a lot of just scrappy hardwood like that, and they will struggle. they'll struggle. You put them in a track where everything's the same, everything's symmetrical, you know, 90, 100 stems to an acre spaced out, they're not dealing with underbrush, you can bust out over 100 loads a week like that. It's same with us. Some of the stuff like this track here, you struggle on it, and then you could put us in, say, flat ground, 90 to 100 stems to an acre. That's fairly thick, good timber. Say it's timber that's going to take 20 stems to an acre. We've done it before. I mean, well, I've loaded over 40 loads a day off of Kevin, you know, off the processor. I mean, you just put it, and it just the size of the timber and the timber that you cut has a huge factor in what you can do day to day logging. And show does, because you, like I said a while ago, you can take somebody who really runs really good all the time, and you can put them on something that's not as good as what they're accustomed to, and it'll pull them down pretty bad. But let's go feed these varmints at the house here, and see what else I can get into the rest of the day. Now I pull the camera out, he won't bark no more. Hey bud, I like that feed bowl right there. It stays clean too, just from all the way around. I like it. Don't take much to feed Tater, he ain't that big. Don't take much to keep him going there. Good doggy. This video is going to end up kind of long, but that's okay. I think a lot of times the stuff is warranted to be long, and a lot of people like the longer videos too. Some upcoming things. I don't like to tell y'all what's upcoming a lot of times, but I am this time. Keep your fingers crossed. When y'all watching this video right here at 9 o'clock in the morning on Thursday morning, there should be some things going down. The thing that we need to keep our fingers crossed is it don't rain on me, because I've got some things that's going to be happening and filming at 9 while y'all are watching this video when it publishes. They're going to be different than anything that y'all seen. It ain't going to have anything to do with any equipment or anything like that. It's some things that have kind of came my way, and it's going to be really neat. It's a really cool thing for the Cotton Top 3 Army, and just the growth of Cotton Top 3. And it's not anything that I had anything to do with, so the haters who hate me already are really going to hate this. So it's going to be really cool. I don't know when you're going to see it, if I'll be able to publish it, you know, within a week or so, or maybe a little while before I publish it. But we'll see. I got to talk to the people who are coming, and we'll do that. Also, we're going to be putting a undercarriage under Derek's track cutter this very next week. Jay's going to do it for us. We've got the undercarriage already here, and Jay's going to do it. The machine's going to be down next week. So that's going to be going on. I'm not going to get any video of that because I'm not going to be here. I'm going to be doing a good bit of traveling upcoming this next week. This weekend I'm going to be traveling. The cool thing is y'all are going to get to see the travels that I'm going to be doing. So this weekend I'm traveling to an undisclosed location. I'm not going to share where I'm going to be, because I am going to be in an area where I know some of y'all are, and I would like to meet people, but in the same respect, the people who are hosting me, you know, I have to be respectful of them too, you know what I mean, and spend time with them and all that. So I've got that going on this weekend through Monday, and then of course this next Friday on the 22nd, I'll be hopping on an airplane and flying to Potosi, Wisconsin to be at How Farmers Work Farm Day and doing that. So, and then this next week in between the traveling, there's going to be some videoing going on. It's going to be very particular stuff that's going to be filmed that is very different from your normal Cotton Top 3 stuff, which, you know, Cotton Top 3 is all about bringing something different. And when you push play, it's all about being something different each time that you push play. One more thing before I cut this video off. This is our local paper right here, the Commercial Dispatch. This is today's paper, Wednesday, June the 13th. And I'm going to share something with y'all. Y'all see that little girl right there? Firecracker. That's her nickname, Firecracker. So, Firecracker, her real name is Tierra Ledbetter. She graduated this year from high school, Columbus High School here in Columbus, senior class of 2018. She and Anna Kate they played against each other from the time they were little bitty, like t-ball, all the way through school. Anna Kate's a year ahead of her, but they fell where they were playing together each year. Well, this little girl, Firecracker, when we used to play in the park, man, I used to hate when I'd see her come up to bat, because Firecracker pretty much named her, was a good nickname for her, because she was a firecracker. She could freaking hit the ball. Not only could she hit the ball, but she could run like a scalded dog. I mean, she just a kid with some crazy heart. So Tierra's coach's name through all those years, her name was Cassandra Bogan. I can remember Cassandra. She was a lady, and I can remember her through all those years. I coached Anna Kate forever. I can remember her hearing her yell, Tierra, constantly, and she was a good coach too. But the thing about this, where I'm going with this, is I didn't know the background behind Tierra and everything that's going on with her. So Tierra, the story in the paper right here is about Tierra. And Tierra, when she was a week old, her mama was shot and killed. And so Tierra and her sister were raised by her grandparents. Both of her grandparents passed away last year on the same day from congestive heart failure. Can you imagine that? So Tierra then moved in with her coach, Cassandra Bogan. That was her godmother, and that's who had custody of her then, and that's who has got her now. And it's crazy to think about that. And can you imagine what this kid went through? And this is a coach who I didn't really like that much, but I didn't know her. I just saw her on the ball field all the time. And a kid who I didn't like, because she could hit the daggone ball and could run like a scalded dog and could smoke us at any given time. But can you imagine that right there? Tierra says, they quote her right here, says, "People expected me to give up," said Ledbetter. That's Tierra, who graduated high school with honors from Columbus High School in May. "I just wanted to make my parents proud and not be a statistic." Somebody who I didn't like and didn't care for, if I'd have known the story behind them, I'd just like to hug her. You know what I mean? It just goes to show that you just don't know what's going on with somebody else when you run across them, when you meet them, and you're looking at them. You just don't know their background or the struggles or whatever they're dealing with. Very thankful for people like Cassandra, who are willing to be there and do what they need to do for somebody else. Tierra said, I just want to make my parents proud and not be a statistic. Tierra, you have. Just want to share that with y'all. Like I said, you can read that. Y'all can look it up online and read that. See y'all.